Hello, everyone. This is Morgan Rees, and welcome to my show. Good morning, Black people. With Morgan Rees. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, what time you're watching this. I would like to thank you and welcome you for joining my show, and I appreciate everyone for coming in. I have an awesome, phenomenal guest today, y'all, guys and ladies. I promise you, she's wise beyond her years. This is I Am Coach Wise. She is the speaker, life coach, and the founder of I am Woman Sister Circle. I apologize. And she's an amazing speaker. So we'll be coming right to her after these messages. Hello, Dequonna. How are you doing?
Good, so good, Morgan. How are you?
I am great. Again, everyone, welcome to my show. This is Morgan Rees, and welcome to my show, Good Morning Black People with Morgan Rees. And I had the phenomenal, wise beyond her years, Dequonna Wise, also known as I Am Coach Wise,
Yes.
and also the founder of I Am Woman Sister Circle. So stop talking to me. Don't even listen to me anymore. I'm going to introduce this amazing young lady. So, Dequonna, tell us where you're from and all about who you are and how you got to where you are today.
Oh, thank you so much. First, let me say thank you. I'm honored to be on your show. I love Good Morning Black People. This is an amazing platform. So thank you for inviting me to be your guest. Hello to everyone out there watching wherever you may be. I am originally from Rock Hill, South Carolina, but I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is right down the street, right? And I am, like you said, I'm a life coach, motivational speaker, author of 8 Layers of Division Among Women. Also, I am the founder of the Inspired Woman Sister Circle that's launched here in Charlotte, North Carolina. My goal is to have some more chapters throughout in other cities. It's the goal. And I'm also an event curator here in Charlotte where I host women empowerment events around the city. So,
wow.
yeah.
So you're actually when you went from across the line, I was to say across the line.
Literally across the line.
Exactly where you are. You went from across the line to Charlotte. What made you decide to not pursue this in Rock Hill and to stay focused in Charlotte? Because a lot of people leave Rock Hill or pretty much South Carolina and they come to the larger cities to pursue their dreams and goals. So what pushed you to do that?
That's such a good question. No one's ever asked me that. And I'm going to answer that question super honestly. I love my city. I love home, but I don't know if you can relate, but sometimes home is too familiar. And sometimes home feel like they know you already. Right. And I know my gift was bigger than home, and so I love the city. I love the people that support me from my hometown, but I also knew Charlotte was super close. So even if I crossed the line and kind of went to a bigger city, the people that love and support me from home could still support me in Charlotte. So I knew God was calling me higher. I knew I needed to be in a space where people didn't really know who I was and just could receive me for who I was becoming and not who people knew me at who I used to be or who they thought I was.
Girl, you are speaking from my heart right now.
You got to leave home.
You are definitely speaking from my heart right now. So you said you're an author of your book. I need to know more about that. What decided you to get that title?
Yeah, thank you. I did a speech. It's my very first speech actually at home in Rock Hill. I was asked to come and speak at this women's conference. And I was just kind of battling, asking God, where should I go with this? And of course, we love the typical powerful women. We can do all things. And God led me in a different way. He said, break them down to build them up. But we got to talk about the things that divide us first. We have to be honest about that. And so that's what I did. I wrote a speech about 8 layers of division among women. And I talked about 8 things that I felt personally divided us. Well, from that speech, I got so many women reaching out saying, like, I love that. Is there somewhere I could find it? And I was talking to my mentor, Tony Gaskins, about it. And he's like, Dequonna, you got to do something with that. It can't just be a speech. So I turned it into a book.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that leads into my next question. you
Yes.
became founder of Inspired Women's Circle, Sister Circle.
Mm-hmm.
This is a powerful statement by itself,
Thank
especially
you.
because now we're coming to the last day of Women's History Month. So
Mm-hmm.
that really I promise you, God does things for a reason. Because when I reached
He
out to
does.
you, I didn't think that we was going to even connect like we are now. So I
Wow.
told you, He knows how to do things on purpose. We need to do it how He needs to do it.
Yes.
So what prompted you? What was your vision? What was your dream to say, I need to create this for other women, other sisters? And is it just Black women, or is it
Yes.
all cultures?
Black women. Black
Okay.
women. Yeah.
Okay. So what prompted you to create this group and this circle for Black women to come together? And what
Yeah.
was your sole purpose?
So I do, like I said before, I do women conferences here in Charlotte. And when I did my last conference, I talked about how important it was to be true sisters and true sistership, and that you may not have the key to something, but your sister could have the key. And you have to find your tribe. And it wasn't until I found my tribe is when I began to thrive in life and understanding the difference between sisterhood and a tribe and friendships. It's all the three of those have different meanings. So I was like, you have to find your tribe. And so one of the ladies reached out, several ladies reached out, but one in particular reached out and was like, can you help us find the tribe? Can you be the tribe?
Mm-hmm.
And so I just went in prayer about it, and God gave me the Sister Circle. So I decided to launch the Sister Circle. I did this within a matter of 2 months, probably maybe less than that. It launched in January. My conference was in October. So very new. Love the circle. I started out with 12 ladies. I was going to cap it at 16, and then I stopped at 12, but I think we are at 16 now.
Okay.
I also have ambassadors that's a part of the circle. But the reason I made it for Black women only, I'm just going to be just say it, is that we don't always have a safe space. And a lot of times we feel like we have to shrink or mute ourselves or be careful with what we say because who's in the room, and we don't want to offend anybody. Not that we're even trying to when someone's not in the room, but I felt like we don't have a space as Black women to truly be safe. And so I wanted to create that. I wanted Black women to know that I celebrate you. I love you. I know that we don't always get what we deserve. And I wanted to be the person that created that space to say, this is strictly for Black women.
You are you are touching my spirit right now. I'm trying to be good. I'm really trying to be good.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. You really are touching my spirit right now, because in my journey as well, I never found a lot of Black women. I can communicate and connect with other cultures,
Yeah.
but not my own. And for you to say that you found your tribe. So my dad passed. Actually, this year will be 3 years, and I'm
So
getting to
to hear that.
learn more about him. Thank you. Learn more about him through my mom, which is his wife, and
Mhm.
she kept saying, "Your daddy used to always say, God is going to give you your people, no matter where you're going in life, what you're doing in life. God is going to always give you your people."
Yes.
And I kept
Yes.
saying, well, I'm ready with my people. I said, because I've been thinking these people are my people for longer, and I found out they're not my people. And it
Come
could be
on.
your family. It could be some people
Come
you
on.
have to actually let go and remove. So as now in my new journey, I'm seeing who my people are.
Yeah.
So how did you know that those persons, those ladies you chose were your tribe? What stood out about them? What was your criteria when you went to God and you prayed and you said, well, God, I'm looking for this,
Yeah.
or I'm asking for this, and they started popping up, and you're like, okay, I guess that's my tribe. That's part of my tribe. This is a
Yeah.
part of my people. How did you know that they were your tribe?
So again, it was prayer. I began to really pray. I was going through my own hardships. I went through a divorce. I was just at a low place. And not that my friends weren't being friends to me, but if you understand, sometimes when you have friends, they're not on the same journey as you. And I knew that what I was seeking and what I was needing, I needed to find other women who were doing the exact same thing. And through prayer, I found this circle. It was called the Stolen Lunches, is what it was called, from Jacinda Jacobs. She is the leader of that circle here in Charlotte. Well, it's not a circle. It's a nonprofit. And I went to one of her Bible studies. I reached out to her because I saw what she was doing, and I was like, "This is what I want to do. This is it." And she invited me to one of her Bible studies, and we just kind of connected and became really good friends. And from there, I realized what a tribe really was. It's not that you have to become great friends with someone.
Okay. We're having some technical difficulty. We apologize for that.
It's okay. Yes.
Okay, continue. I apologize for
Okay.
that.
Okay. No, you're fine. I just understood that it was important to understand the difference between friendships and a tribe. And my tribe was women that were doing like-minded things. You know, I was looking for other coaches. I was looking for other motivational speakers so I could grow too. Sometimes when you're in a friendship and you guys are not talking about what you're being called to do, your gifts lie dormant. And so I knew the importance of, I was feeling lost or empty because I wasn't around the people that was doing what God was calling me to do. So I love my friends, and no shade against them. And they know the story too. I want them to find their tribe, because what I'm doing may not be what they want to do. Your tribe are people who are doing exactly what you want to do or aspire to do, are currently doing. And that's how you grow in what you're doing. So that's how I knew they were my tribe, because they were doing the same things that I was yearning to do.
God knows what he's doing, when he needs to do it, how he needs to do it. Thank you for the confirmation.
Yes. Yes.
Because I was that person. I was always trying to hold on to so many different people. Like,
Yes.
no, you're my best friend. And we've been through this, and we've been friends for 20 years. We've been friends for 30 years. We've been friends for 5 years. And when I was struggling, you were struggling. And then as
Yeah.
God starts elevating you to a different level, he's telling you, you got to put them to the side. And as you said, no shade. It's just
No
that,
shade, and not even that you have to let them go. I
right.
think that you have to just make sure they understand where God is taking you. And if they don't understand, then you realize those relationships serve their purpose.
Right.
They can't go with you to the next level of your life, but your real friends are those that are supposed to be there. They want you to go. They're cheering for you. They're happy for you. They love seeing you operate in your purpose. And you're hopefully the same for them. So just understanding that I don't have to let you go. You just have to understand that what I'm being called to do, I can't stay here.
As an old saying goes, people are in your life for a reason, a season,
Season and
or a
lifetime.
lifetime.
And the lifetimes will remain. They'll remain, and they'll understand where you're going.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So when you say you were an event curator,
Yes.
I've never heard of that. So
Okay.
you're the first person that, they say we're production agents, or we're some type of other fancy title, but I've never
Yeah.
heard of an event curator. What is an event curator? Explain that to me.
Okay, yeah. So I'm a creative pretty much. So I have 23 years in the event planning business. I started my own business at 19 as a full service event planning business. But kind of as I began to coach and I kind of to cultivate to something else, I began to miss event planning still, but I didn't want to do the big productions that I used to do. Like I did a lot of weddings and parties and stuff like that for people. And I knew now I want to do something a little different. So I began to curate, and curate simply means creating. It's just a fancy word for that. I began to curate my own events here, and I will do small, intimate things for other people. But event curator just means that I curate my own events, and create and be very creative with what I do. So that's where you get the women conferences from. That's where you see my industry nights, to bring other creators out to show people who they are and to highlight them. So basically, I'm just curating, meaning creating events.
Well, this year is my slogan. 2023 is all about me. And
I like
Dequonna,
that.
you are a perfect example of 2023 is all about who?
Thank you. I receive that. I really do. My prayer for the season for this year was that God disrupts any of my plans. And when I prayed that, it was like, that's the prayer for everybody you come in contact with. So I put it on my social media pages. I pray that God, and I'll say this to you, Morgan, I pray that he disrupts any plans that you have, because we know his plans are better. We know his plans are great. They're grand. And when we step out of our own way and let God work, we just need to show up. I always say I want God to find me working. A lot of people pray and wait. I like to pray and work. So just in this season, I pray he disrupts your plans and do exactly what he want to do in your life.
My God, I'm definitely receiving that.
Yes.
My God, from your lips to God's ears. I'm definitely receiving that, girlfriend. So where can anyone find you? If they're looking for a show or an event, how can they find you in the city of Charlotte?
On my social media
I'm in
platform.
Charlotte, so I'm going to look for you,
Are you
girlfriend.
in Charlotte? Okay, listen. I have a conference coming up April 8th, Women Ignite.
Okay.
We have to see if you're available to be in the building. But on all of my social media platforms, I am Coach Wise on Instagram, Dequonna Wise Life Coach on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, Dequonna Wise, all the platforms. Just look up Dequonna Wise. I'll pop right up. But my main platform, which the platform I love the most, is Instagram. That's my sweet spot. And you can find me there at I Am Coach Wise. You click the link in my bio, and everything I have going on is there. From my coaching options, where you can get personal coaching one-on-one. I'm also instructor for my own program, the Wise Mastery Program, where I certify other life coaches. So love that. Had the amazing opportunity to do this for Tony Gaskins. I was his first and only instructor for his academy. That's the academy I was certified through. And then this year I gave birth to my own program, which is so exciting. And so if you want to be certified as a coach, if God has been tugging at your heart and you know that you have what it takes in you to be a coach to help others cross, I do have a certification program out there as well. So all those things can be found at I Am Coach Wise, are also on my website, which is the wisecoachingcollective.com. Again, that's the wisecoachingcollective.com. Everything I do, everything you need is right there.
God's grace. So if you have anything that you want to share with the world, to other women, to empower them, something that trick is going to take them as if still traveling in 2023 and beyond. Yeah. What would you like to share to inspire, motivate, and to empower other women? We never know what other women are going through, what other women are dealing with. Right. And a lot of mainly women, you watch other women grow and build, and you're like, well, when is my turn? When is my journey going to come up? When is God going to speak to me? He's actually probably already been speaking to you, just haven't been listening. Yeah. So is there anything you would like to share that would pass on to anyone and everyone who's listening on the show?
Thank you. I would say make sure you're chasing and following your own dreams, because a lot of times with social media, we get caught up on what everybody else is doing, what seems amazing. Just make sure you're chasing and following your own dreams. And I always like to say, you have to go home to get your mail. You can't get your mail at my house. So trying to be someone else, you can't sustain that. And the lastly I would say is, if you have to go by yourself, go. A lot of times we're waiting for our friends, we're waiting for other people before we do something and make a move. And what you need and who you need to be around is waiting for you, but you have to go. So don't be afraid to go to the next level, even if that's meaning by yourself, because I promise you're never alone.
Girlfriend, you definitely hit the spot. You hit that spot. Guys, girls, I told you she's wise behind her years. Beyond her years. I promise you she is. And you made a perfect statement, that last comment you just made. Sometimes you have to go alone. Yes. If you have a gift, if you have a calling, or you have something that God wants you to do, sometimes you just can't bring everyone with you.
That's right.
He's going to need you to do it by yourself. Now, he may add one person or two people, and then sometimes you may just be by yourself. A prophetic gift, or a person who has something they have to share in his glory and his praise. Yes. You can't do it with everyone. You have to do it by yourself. Oh, my goodness. We definitely have to talk after this show. Yes, we do. Absolutely. We definitely have to talk after the show. Well, guys, you heard it first from here. Dequonna Wise, a beautiful, phenomenal, amazing, wise young lady. I promise you. Check her out in Charlotte on all the social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn. Dequonna Wise. I Am Coach Wise, the founder of Inspired Woman Sister Circle. Get your tribe, people. Find your people. Find your people. God has you. He's putting it in front of your face, and she just confirmed it. She just confirmed it. Yes. Sometimes you just can't take that journey with other people. You have to take it with other people, but not the people that you thought you were going to take it with in your life. Follow her on all her social media platforms. Again, I am so grateful and humble that you took out the time out of your busy schedule to join me. I am so grateful. Thank you again. And guys, please check her out. Dequonna Wise. You hear it? You heard what she said? Medicine ladies, it's time for us to come together. And my famous statement, I always say, teamwork make the dream work.
It does. It does. Listen, we're stronger together. We are stronger together.
There you go. Well, guys, thank you again for joining my show, Dequonna. Thank you again for watching my show. Again, this is Good Morning Black People with Morgan Rees. I am your amazing host on this Thankful, Thoughtful Thursday. Morgan Rees, thank you for joining my show. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. It was a blessing to be here, a blessing to be on this show today with Dequonna Wise, such an amazing, intelligent, God-fearing young lady. Please watch this show, get these trinkets, and be blessed. Thank you.
It's Good Morning Black People with your host, Morgan Rees, author, podcasting host, online personality. Good morning, Black people, discussing social views, today's news, and interviews. Subscribe today at YouTube at Good Morning Black